Hello! Monsters of Why ghosts knock down buildings? Answers on a postcard. Welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2, Mortal Empires, and part 6 of my Repanse de Lyonesse campaign, where we learn that ghosts can knock down buildings, and also that when they get smashed in the face by a moist, damp duck, it hurts, apparently. Because that's what we're doing. The Blessfield Trebuchets, boosh. Quite devastating on the Sirens, and of course because it's magical attacks they don't have much health. Boof, pretty good. We've got Henry is heading over to deal with the Sirens because he's got magical attacks. We can spot the two Mongol haunters, so we're going to send Repanse and Donna over to deal with those. All of our knights on the right flank and our infantry in the centre, and lag apparently, I don't know why. Good, there we go. I'm going to concentrate fire on the animated hulks. They're not particularly good, but there we go. So Repanse and Donna fighting the two Mongol Haunters. Mongol Haunters, very, very nasty unit, actually. And I can see Henry is just wading his way through all of these Sirens. Not a problem. Little help there from Lorraine, who I forgot to rename. But it's always hard to rename things when I start with a battle anyway. The deck droppers seem to be flying overhead and deciding to melee my archers for some reason. And here comes my cavalry coming to help out the Knights of the Lionhearted, charging in. Indeed it has. We've also got the fellas getting stuck in there, and the Knights of the Realm charging down some Sartosa militia. Of course, one of the special units for Aranessa, because she doesn't have just zombies in her army. She's got actual peoples, actual human peoples. I mean, they're not very good because, you know, they're not dead. I mean, yeah. Anyway. There's a big old melee going on here around the Mongol Haunters because they're just very hard to kill, to be honest. They're just very killy, very difficult to do. They're very tanky units. Henry has completely smashed all of the Sirens. You can see the little daggers just littering the ground down there. And Henry's now chasing after the Vampire Fleet Admiral. Because Henry's actually a bit of a beast. If we have a look at his stats, I mean, 90 melee attack, 66 melee defense. Just good stats across the board, really. That's the last Mongol Haunter going down as well. The rest of the army is dead. Just the enemy general to deal with, and Henry is making sure she doesn't get away. There we go. I mean, I hear it took a little bit of damage, but other than that,
this is a mercy. It
is a mercy. Bop. I don't know why they even attacked me. That seemed mental. Oh, I stole a potion of healing. That could come in use. That could definitely come in use. That's very exciting. Okay, now we still need to find Aranessa. Also, I just saw Goros. Hello, migration. Sure, welcome. Come in. Come in. Hello.
Insignificant, plundering pirate cadavers.
Wow. Okay, sure.
The Lyonesse!
Okay. Ooh. Okay, pirate hunter, fearless, blah, blah, blah. Right, we could lay siege to Sartosa, but the garrison is quite nasty, so what we're going to do instead is encamp. We must rest indeed. And ooh. Growth, what's this? Recruitment time? Meh. Ambush. Nah, lightning strike. Lightning strike's the only decent skill in that big old pile. Should I go? Oh, wait. Now, should I? Hang on. Henry. Blade shield. I mean, this is almost certainly Skaven Town. Shall I take them out? Or do I just go for Sartosa? Do we just go for it? Do we cheese it? We cheese Khemri. Do we I mean, you know, we are quasi-French.
Repanse de Lyonesse.
Do we just go for it?
The ladies' justice. Bretonians advance.
Okay. So Maybe we can get a seat. 3 turns.
Now to battle.
If we can get the siege towers, I think we can take them. Alternatively, if they decide to attack us, and I mean they do have the advantage here. If they do decide to attack us, I reckon we can take them. So let's.
In the lady's
I mean,
name,
we could bring in the Green Knight.
now.
I mean, we could swap out Donna for the Green Knight. Apparently, you can discover undercities. Fair enough. Whatevs. Right. So I'm gonna. What? Hang on, Mr. Green Knight. What? Good. You can search ruins. Okay, well that's because that's ruins. Okay, what we're gonna
May the lady guide your blade.
I'm gonna bring you out.
Going first.
That's it. And you're gonna
Battle
come.
comes.
No, you.
I shall protect my land.
Okay, what do? You have no skills. You have nothing. Your stats are fine. Apparently you have a campaign. What, you give +2 paladins? Really? Wait, does that mean I can recruit more paladins? Where do I have a paladin building? That's the question. Did I build one? Did I forget? Here. Huh. Alright, fair enough. Bonus versus large. Virtual Leonard's Beast Slayer. You're up.
Paladin.
Yes, that's what you are. That is true. Correct. Good job. Glad you know what the hell you are. Right, we'll do that. I mean to do some renames, but I can never do renames. I mean, I could stop the recording now and do the renames, but I'll level with you. Just not that organised. Can you assault stuff? Can you assault a city? Hang on.
Fire. Draw your weapons.
If I break siege, don't run too far. Oh, fuck.
Their defenders will fall.
The lady calls me. To battle then. Show no fear.
Fuck. Fuckety. Oh, son of a bitch. That's so irritating. I'm so angry. Literally frothing with rage. Ugh. Okay. There's no point crying over spilt lady favour. Ugh. Oh, look, they've attacked me. What a... God, I wish I had the favour of the lady right now.
Have heart. The lady guides us.
No, she bloody doesn't. She buggers off. As Henry moves in to try and take out one of the bloated corpses before it can open fire. He's taking a lot of fire, though. He's taking... Okay, he's managed to do that, but look at the amount of fire being poured onto him, and his health is dropping like a stone, which means he's going to need help. So the rest of our forces now charging down the hill in what is not particularly a great engagement for us. Would have been better had we got the blessing of the lady, but we don't, so never mind. Not a bad charge there. I was hoping there'd be more people flying down the hill, but sod's law. I mean, they're taking a lot of damage anyway, and we've debuffed them as well, so that's pretty good. Managing to deal with the Mongols here. There's a lot of enemy fire coming in here. We've seen that guns pretty effective against knights. A little bit surrounded over here. We need our infantry to lend a hand, so they're marching down the hill to come and help. Just the nick of time. You can see some of our knights already pretty much just taking an absolute beating. They've killed 7. I mean, admittedly, they probably are the Rossin Prometheans, so that's not bad, but still, our knights are taking a beating and starting to retreat. Our infantry coming down, taking a bit of a blast from the mortars, though, which isn't the best. Big old melee going on down here, and The Knights Errant starting to fall back. Repanse is fighting a whole host of depth guard, but fortunately some D-class personnel have come down to help us. That's nice. Our Knights have actually managed to deal with the Mongols, which means they're now free to go and do stuff. Henry has come back. He's very low on health, though, so you need to be a little bit careful. We need to take out these deck gunners because they're just a nightmare. The Knights are Lionhearted coming down, slamming into this gunnery mob and knocking them all over the place, along with the Green Knight. There he is. He's actually doing okay. I thought it'd be a bit shit, but you know what? He seems to be doing okay. So that's nice. Perfect. Artillery shots coming down to the gunnery mob. That's going to help out. And then the Knights charge in as well. Excellent. It's going to stop them, hopefully, from opening fire too much. It looks like we kind of have the upper hand here. There's a big old blob melee going on down here, which is not ideal, but I've told the artillery just to fire into melee because maybe that'll help. It seems to have helped. I mean, it might have probably killed some of my own guys, but, I mean, you know, mostly peasants, so who cares? So the enemy numbers are dropping. You can see the balance of power shifting quickly in my direction, which is pretty good. And of course, the nice thing about this is because the enemy garrison will mostly be destroyed, we should be able to take the city very quickly next turn. The enemy general getting poked to death. That's for trying to win the battle, you bastard. I mean, that was fine. Some of us even lived. Can't say fairer than that. And we also occupy. And I don't think we didn't lose any units, which is, I'll be honest, pretty impressive considering. It looks like Aranessa's over here. It looks like she's taken a Snarlier. That's fine. We can pop over that. Now, having Sartosa, I don't know if that's good or bad, but now we have it. So we've got a Grail Chapel here, so Vampiric Corruption is dropping very, very rapidly, which is good. And we can also get the Peg Street Pawn Shop, which will give us a few little bits and pieces to sell, which is quite nice. And then we can get the Smithy's Tavern, which is going to give us some nice little bonuses. It's quite nice. Good. Okay, so let's get that for the moment. What do I want to do here? We can get the orchard. That will give us more control, which will be nice, but I think defense is probably more important. In fact, let's knock down... Oh, we got the tavern here. Okay, that's fine. We'll knock that down and we'll get the wine, I think. So Aranessa is indeed over there.
The lady calls me.
Now, we took a bit of a beating, but we did succeed. The only slight problem is, of course, now we're surrounded by Skaven, which is a wee bit of a problem. It's not the end of the world, but it is a wee bit of a problem. I kind of want to... Groweric, Battle Pilgrim and Foot Squires sounds quite good. Missile Strength and Ammunition I'm not too bothered by. I don't know about Guardians, but we're definitely always going to have some infantry, more than likely anyway, so we'll grab that one.
Do you know who I am?
Excellent. Excellent, we've taken Sartosa. I mean, you know, once we've got rid of all the vampires, of which there are a fair few, it'll be nice. It'll be, you know, a nice little coastal town. Let's have Deadly Onslaught there. What have I given you a vow? Nope. I kept forgetting. Let's go. Win a siege, battle in desert or jungle climate. I mean, that's quite likely. Sure, let's do that. Give you some more melee defense and all that kind of good stuff. You can have Comet of Cassandora, because I like that. You don't have vows, do you? No. Okay, good. Just checking. I was fairly sure that was the case. Just double checking.
True Knight of Bretonia.
Okay, good. I'm pretty happy with that, actually. We've taken Sartosa. I don't know if we're... the nice thing about Bretonia is the fact that there's no real requirement to do any particular one thing, unlike most of the factions where you have like the objective of like capturing certain cities, so you have to head in certain directions. Bretonia just kind of like, you know, just do whatever you like. They're just chill. It's like, yeah, don't worry about it. You want to go and kill these guys? Sure, don't worry about it. Fine. Well, eventually you'll get enough chivalry. You'll just get the errantry war. Don't worry about it. And that's just quite nice. It's just genuinely quite nice. Donna, do you want to go and try and stab these? Oh, you can't stab those jerks because we don't have enough money for you to stab those jerks. Oh, we got this as well. Okay. Let's venerate the lady, because the quicker we get rid of all these vampires, the better. There's quite a lot of vampires here, but we are staking the shit out of the vast majority of them. And Leonard, you can come over here and join up with Sir John, who's doing all this good stuff. Money is... We've got loads of cash at the moment, which is really good. I do need to get another army for Sir John, realistically. I'm kind of... The problem is, I'm always like, oh, but if I just don't have another army, I can then afford all this nice shit. And that's true. But it also means that when someone declares war on me, it's always a terrible shock. And I really should have learnt by now, but I won't. Talking of terrible shocks, right, the Ripperhorn tribe. Now, I don't entirely know where they are, but they're around here somewhere, and that's bad news for me. Okay, at least we've got a good garrison here, so that's... Well, I say good. I mean, it's a garrison, so that's fine. And looks like Aranessa is actually coming this way. So that's good. Is she... We could actually reach her, but... we haven't healed up entirely.
Repanse de Lyonesse.
So I'm going to hold off. It looks like she's coming this way, so... Sure, bring it.
Protector of the realm.
Bloody bring it. We could get a field trebuchet. Is that mad? Maybe. Who knows? But we're doing it anyway. Good. Good. Okay. Right. So let's get the orchards. A little bit more public. We're really stabbing those. No wonder Aranessa is so annoying. Mind you, she's not actually a vampire, is she? She's just a mutant. I mean, she's not. I mean, she's basically disabled, isn't she? Because she had like a fish leg, and she was like, nope, don't want that. It's gonna hack that off, and then put some like saws on there. So, I mean, she may be disabled, but she's making the best out of it because now she can literally stab people with her legs, which is good. Not 100% sure what that is, to be honest, but fine. Leadership growth, income from farms would be quite nice. Upkeep for infantry, there we go. 10 turns, bloody hell. It's not that difficult, you just dig up a bloody hole and put water in it. Jesus Christ, guys. Okay, Numa's doing a thing, don't care. Wow, Aranessa's very, like, she's very intense about wanting to come and kill us. She's recruiting stuff as well, which I don't like the idea of. But I mean, she doesn't have a lot of stuff realistically, so I guess we'll just go and kill her.
No fear.
Wow, Ortrazol really likes the vampires, doesn't it?
Draw your weapons. Show no fear.
I mean, it's a ballsy move by Aranessa, but I guess she really wants Sartosa back. But it's mine now, so fuck off. However, something I haven't noticed is, well, I've noticed these fellbats, so I'm sending Henry to go and deal with them. What I haven't noticed is these scurvy dogs, who are, I'm going to be honest, if I'm going to have to put an MVP on any unit in the battle, it's going to be these scurvy dogs, because they charge straight around my back, right into my field trebuchets, and look how much fucking damage they do. It's ridiculous. Holy crap. I mean, they just... Look, that guy's lost his head. Anyway, so that's bad. Meanwhile, my knights have come charging out of the trees to engage some of the enemy units. We've actually got stuck here. Spearfisher's net. Not the best. And Aranessa got knocked on her ass. But she's getting some nice hits in on Repanse. And Repanse is a little bit surrounded. I probably should have sent some help, to be honest. But... I believe in you, Repanse. It's fine. Little Comet of Cassandora there. Does a lot of damage. Comet of Cassandora is a great spell. Pretty much wiped out that unit. I don't think it... Because, I mean, if we have a look at the number of bodies here, there's certainly more than 20 odd. I don't think Comet of Cassandora properly attributes the number of dead units to the caster. So the Green Knights come in to help out Repanse, but Repanse is getting her ass kicked very, very quickly. Aranessa is a mean duelist. Our Knights are moving in and trying to chase down the enemy units, but we desperately need help. Repanse is actually broken and is running away. So we're sending Knights in to lend some assistance. They come charging over the hill. The Green Knight's already in there. So far, so good. Looks like we've managed to... I mean, this battle was always going to be fairly straightforward. It looks like the Altar Resolve massively over-expects just how good the... how good the Vampirates are. The Scurvy Dogs also wiped out half a unit of archers. Those guys, they're brutal. Absolutely brutal. Aranessa is fleeing because, of course, she's mortal, not a vampire. And as such... She just runs away on her little legs. I'm gonna get Repanse to come in and finish her off, but she just chases off. I mean, I'd like to say that there was like a stunning duel to the death and the Repanse chased her down, but no, she just pushes her off the map, and oh well. Good God, those scurvy dogs were dynamite.
This is a mercy. The Lyonesse!
Good grief. Well, alright, fine.
Set sail!
Does that mean we've won? Ruby Red Ring of Ruin. Consigned to drink. Income from sacking settlements. Ooh, regeneration when fighting at sea. And we've got the Blessing of the Lady back. Perfect. Does that mean we get... Hang on. Wait, what? We did defeat one.
In the lady's name.
90% sure. Hang on.
Now.
Bop. Well, I lost my trebuchet, but... Right, good. Okay, we had to... It's not like defeat, it means actually just bloody kill. Okay, Repanse has got... Jesus, really? That's a lot of bonuses. Okay, let's grab the worst bits of the Grail. We lost the trebuchet, but to be honest, I'm not massively bothered about that. You know, it's fine. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal because we can get the Champions of Quinelles. Yeah. Oh, there's a whole bunch of stuff we could get here. But I'm going to get the Champions of Quinelles because I wanted more questing knights, and now I have some, even if they're fucking expensive. They're arm-piercing and anti-large. How exciting! There we go. Pants is going to heal up, which is good, and we're going to give you blade shield because the tankier you are, the better. And Comet of Cassandora is good, so we'll grab some more of that.
Yes, ready.
And can we stab you? Nope, failed. Never mind. Right, we're continuing to stake vampires somewhere there, so that's all fine. We've recruited a crap load of trebuchets, which is probably fine. And I'm just going to recruit more of them because there's Beastmen out here somewhere, and I dislike Beastmen. Well, no, I love Beastmen. I just hate fighting the buggers. Absolute bastard to kill. Now, who is Icky at war with?
Behold my infernal weapons.
I don't want to see your infernal weapon, mate. Thanks, though. Okay, we could go over and kill Sard. Now, they don't have much. Who are you at war with?
And you are in the eye.
You're at war with Bordeaux. Bill Bailey is... oh, they're still owned by... Is it Estalia? No, it's just the province. Okay. Who have we met? We've just met Corone. To be honest, you know what I should do? Is I should send little Leonard... Isn't going to join the army. In fact, what he's going to do is going to march northward while we acquire more pots. And he's basically going to go... He's going to be the face of our faction. He's going to go wandering around, shaking hands, kissing babies. Kissing baby hands, shaking babies, that kind of thing. And maybe not that last one. But he's basically going to be making friends so that we can get more trade partners, we can make more alliances. Holy shit, I knew you were there somewhere, you bastard. Okay, this is not looking, I'll be honest, not looking good for John. It's not looking great. I was hoping we'd have a few more lads by this point. What's the terrain like? What are we looking like here? Okay, that's actually could be worse. I mean, it could be better, but it could be worse. I guess we're going to have to... We're quite fortunate that this is a choke point battle. Because if not, we'd certainly lose. As it is, I mean, it's going to be tough. They've got 4 units of Minotaurs, which by themselves could probably just deal with all of our infantry. They've also got a Cygor, so that's double horrible. So we're going to start off by lobbing rocks at their Minotaurs, because anything that can soften up a unit of Minotaurs has to be good. And it turns out lobbing rocks at them is somewhat effective. I mean, it turns out that if you chuck a boulder at a Minotaur, it just tends to piss it off to start off with, but enough boulders will eventually make the Minotaur sleepy and have to lie down for a bit. So a few boulders landing on these Minotaurs is only going to be useful. You can see all this unit's already taken quite a chunk of damage, which is good, because as soon as they're in melee combat, our infantry is fucked. So very fucked. Meanwhile, I set up my infantry in waves because, well, my infantry is going to die very, very quickly as soon as the Beastmen charge me. As long as the Beastmen don't realise this, that's fine. But the plan is blob them up and then use my trebuchets, which are, if anything, going to win me this battle, to just blop them. Blop the shit out of them until they're all dead, or at least deadish. You can see the trebuchets doing a lot of damage. You can see these Minotaurs already taking a huge pounding, which is really, really good. Okay, we started to spot the enemy Ungors, because before we couldn't see the Ungors, they were hidden from us. But now we spotted them. So we just need them to blob up, and then we can, you know, murder them. Ideally, I get my archers to finish off the Minotaurs. The only thing that's really good at killing Minotaurs is archers, because, well, as soon as they get into melee combat, they tend to just mince everything. Talking of mincing everything, that Cygor is an absolute nightmare to deal with. We're just going to have to hope that it keeps concentrating fire on the men-at-arms and missing as badly as it has done. Thank God for that. So far, so good. I mean, if we have a look at the numbers... We haven't reduced their numbers very much, but we have managed to, like, cut down their Minotaur strength, which is really, really useful. Okay, here they come. They're now charging our front lines. You can see our men-at-arms standing firm, but taking huge amounts of damage as just the Warhounds charge in. Here come the Minotaurs. Already I'm moving my spearmen up because I'm like, you know what? Well, here we go. Okay, they're... So far, my spearmen seem to be fine. We've got some big blobs of infantry starting to form up on our left flank, and you can see the trebuchets just absolutely what the fuck? Why are there giant mummy things? What the fuck are those? Anyway, no biggie. Some lovely hits from the trebuchets, making huge holes in the... Wow. In the lines of Ungors. It's looking pretty good so far. More trebuchets. More! On the right flank... I'm throwing more and more infantry in as the Minotaurs just cut down everyone they can get their hands on. As long as we keep pouring infantry in, it should keep them at bay. So much damage being done to the Ungors there. That's looking pretty good. They're starting to waver. Goros, though, up to 19 kills. He's an absolute... I mean, only John really is going to be able to deal with him. We need to get John in here to help out. Trebuchet's continuing to fire. Well, I mean, we've done so much damage over there. That's looking pretty good. Though the Cygor's concentrating fire on the archers, though, which isn't ideal. The enemy archers are doing a lot of damage to us. We need to start concentrating some trebuchet fire on these Ungor raiders. Also, try and finish off these Minotaurs. There's still a fair few Minotaurs... Ow. Still a fair few Minotaurs fighting on, but they are slowly dropping down. We might have this. There's a lot of dead Ungors. There's Sir John cutting down some Warhounds. Okay, the Minotaurs are routing. We've actually managed to free up now. We just need to deal with these archers because we're taking an absolute pounding from the Cygor and also these archers. Oof. Trebuchet fire coming in. Oh, lovely hits on those Ungors, doing some major damage. Our archers also concentrating fire now that the Minotaurs have buggered off. They are coming back, but there's only one. I think we've managed to kill most of the Minotaurs. You can see big piles of Minotaur dead down there. Concentrated fire from the archers has done that. You can see a lot of the enemy units now wavering. Done a lot of damage there. Trebuchets and the archers just finishing them off. We're going to try and kill Goros. It does mean we're going to be quite bunched up, which is not ideal, because if the Cygor spots that, then he's going to lob some rocks in, and that's going to sting. So we're going to try and concentrate some archer fire on the Cygor. It does actually do quite a lot of damage to him. Just fuck off. Stop throwing rocks at me, you bastard. No, no, no. Oh, no. That killed a lot of people. It's also had the undesired effect that it's also caused a lot of panic amongst my men, because not only have they just lost a lot of their members, but also artillery fire causes some morale loss as well, and so they're all starting to retreat, which isn't ideal. Goros has come back, John chasing after him, kind of, in the opposite direction. Oh, never mind. We've managed to do a chunk of damage. We're pretty much equal numbers now. And our units are slightly better quality, but we've managed to take out most of the Minotaurs. If we just take out that Cygor, he's still chucking rocks at us, and that's a bit of a problem. A lot of our units are actually routing at the moment. The battle is in the balance. It could go either way at this point. Those Minotaurs still fighting. They've only got 3 members of the unit left, but that's enough to cause quite a lot of damage nonetheless. Archers still continuing to fire. That Cygor is starting to rout. Minotaurs charging into our archers. Ouch. Some of our units starting to rally and coming back to the fight. That's what we need. Try and head off some of these rallying Beastmen units. You can see that there's just scatters. We've literally just smashed each other into oblivion. There's barely anyone left on both sides. It's absolute carnage. Those Beastmen are coming back. Like, oh, but Goros is starting to... Look, he's wavering. He's wavering. He's out of here. He's gone. He's legging it, as are the rest of the Beastmen. We have succeeded. We have managed to win the battle just barely. I mean, we have what's that? A third of our army left, and there's just bodies everywhere. So, turns out, million trebuchets, not the worst decision I ever made. There we go. Okay, at least we've managed... Oh, hello, the sire of 1,000 drunkards. Apparently he's got rowdy. There we go.
Protector of the realm.
Are we going to get help to kill you? Well, you lost pretty much all your units, so I think we should be able to. Bop. Get out of here, Goros. You're done. You're done, mate. Get out.
Do you know who I am?
Well, I do now.
My strength and wisdom are yours.
What now? Let's... I guess let's go Tombslayers, because I mean you are going to be fighting a lot of thingies. You know what I mean? Dusty skeletons. That's the one. Okay, Sartosa is getting happier all the time. We do want defences here because, well, we're going to bloody need them, I think. Right, we probably do want to wipe out the Pirates of Sartosa, because otherwise they're just going to be a constant thorn on our side. But we have also managed to wipe out the Ripperhorn tribe, which I thought was going to be slightly trickier than it turned out to be. So, good job there, John, to be honest. Thought you'd be dead, but you survived, so... double thumbs up to that one. And next time we'll be moving on Sartosa, hopefully raising Magritta, and then inevitably having to fend off the endless waves of Skaven. But that's going to have to wait until next time. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.